But Canada is facing a shortage of pilots, and some industry analysts are blaming low-cost budget airlines for making a bad situation even worse. The union representing Canadian pilots says the increase in low-cost airlines has added to the draw on pilots. Analysts say the shortage is also prompting small airlines to lower their hiring standards, which could potentially, maybe, lead to increased flight disruptions and cancellations. The pilot shortage, by the way, is also being blamed primarily on an aging workforce, pandemic-related layoffs, and the spiraling costs of training pilots. Tim Perry is the president of the Airline Pilots Association of Canada. Tim, thanks for taking the time for us.
My pleasure.
What do you make of this issue here? Low-cost budget airlines, are they siphoning away pilots? Your read.
Well, I think that it's, to say that we at this time have a pilot shortage, I would say that's an oversimplification of a pretty complicated issue. But that said, certainly the demand is surging and certainly supply is tightening. And we have a situation where new airlines have introduced a lot of capacity into our market, and that has contributed to the tightening of the supply-demand curve, so to speak.
Okay, so what's the solution here then, Tim?
Okay, well, a lot of what is being called a pilot shortage is really a attraction and retention issue by airlines. A lot of these upstart or newer carriers, they're sort of a revolving door. They don't pay enough to retain pilots that they hire, and then those pilots eventually leave for better jobs. That means that there's a higher training burden for any unit of productive flying, and that leads to diminishment of what an airline is able to deliver to the flying public. So that's definitely part of it. We've got an issue that we have to face looking at the future, though. Northern and remote carriers, flight schools. We're going to have to focus on how to make this industry attractive and remove barriers to entry, and so that it can be stable long into the future.
Yeah, and I'm just curious, we're looking at some of the footage of Flair and some of these other discount airlines. I mean, can you just explain, because you're on the front lines, the idea that a pilot does have the right to kind of work for whatever airline that they want to effectively, Swoop, for example, as the case may be. So really, it's kind of up to them who they want to work for. Is that kind of correct?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, airlines are businesses, and they hire a workforce. They rely upon applicants, and some airlines have fewer, and it's no secret as to why. So attracting pilots is the first step, and retaining them is the second step. And airlines have a responsibility to do both in order to deliver on the services that they market.
Should we be worried about, some analysts who are saying, Tim, that, the demand could result in lower hiring standards, in other words, lower training for pilots?
Well, I think that in Canada we have high standards for training, pilot training and licensing, and I think we can rely upon that to remain true. It can increase training costs because as new pilots come in the door, they may require additional or more training to meet the established standards, and that can be a factor. But we don't have a safety issue on our hands, that's for sure.
When you hear about some of these stats that Canada needs, 5, 6, 7,000 pilots in the next couple of years, does that number sort of strike you as being accurate? Where do things stand now? Because I know those numbers were released a couple of years ago.
Right. I think that it's pretty dynamic. This has always been a cyclical industry, and the cycles have always been manageable. I don't think now is any different. So without being able to comment specifically on those exact numbers, if we pay close attention and make sure that we are training pilots and removing those barriers to entry, and also thinking about things like how much capacity in our system makes sense. When you add new airlines competing for passengers, that's introduces a lot of capacity, and we have to make sure that we can supply the pilots for those flights. But like I say, it's a cyclical industry, and it's certainly manageable.
Tim, thank you for taking a bit of time for us and coming on the program. Appreciate it.
Anytime, my pleasure, Todd.
Tim Perry joining us there. He is with the Airline Pilots Association of Canada. He's the president of the group.